And welcome to another edition of EastLASportsScene.com. We're still on the air. We're still interacting with our viewers and our followers. And hey, if you can't get public access, you can come right onto the web, because the web is mighty, it's universal, it's international. It's what we need to do to make sure our stories get told. And we are now focusing in on another East Los Angeles product, Native Son, and he is involved, of course, in a different sport. We always cover the major sports, but this one, he is a repeat returner here to our studios. It's Shawn Estrada, the professional boxer, and we want to say bienvenidos, Shawn.
It's a pleasure
Welcome
to be back.
son.
Thank you.
Okay, and we've got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, I do, man.
Okay, so we want to start right away in terms of just knowing how you're doing, how's the familia, your personal situation.
Yeah, everything's
we'll
back on track. Everything's back on track. I mean, I just had a little, downfall a little bit with my surgery, with busting up my hand and everything, but everything's back on track. It healed correctly. Okay. I'm back in the gym, and I got a for sure date fight April 24th, and I'm ready for that card.
6-0 as a pro again, but many of our viewers who have followed you here from Este Barrio and East LA to around the world, the Olympics, know that you represented the United States of America in the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games. And other than, say, the heartbreaking situation with tu papa, your father, we were always in your corner, Shawn, to make sure you knew that East Los and beyond, we're always with you.
Oh yeah, man, he's still there. He's still there until he's on my journey still. So it's going good. Everything's going good right now. Because
you're truly a hero to many of the kids here in East LA. To kind of imagine what does it mean to represent the United States in the Olympics, and then to know you had the pressure with the family situation, but you still did what you had to do, and you maintained that maturity, that positivity, that professionalism, and we always will remember that from you.
I really appreciate that from East LA, from everybody else, and from anywhere else around the States. I have fans everywhere, so I feel your support, and from Facebook, from MySpace, and from ShawnEstrada.com, boxing.com, and thank you for all the support and everybody, and truly thank you. And I'm beginning back in the ring April 24th. Watch me on Chris Arreola undercard. So.
Okay, we're going to get into that, Shawn, because that's really important, because we're now going to go from the Shawn Estrada when we first saw you several years ago in your debut at the Citizens Alliance Bank. You're going back.
I'm going back.
Return engagement there.
And it's kind of is like my pro debut, kind of, if you want to speak. I haven't fought in 9 months or something like that, so it kind of feels like the same. Like I feel the butterflies back in my stomach, and it feels like a pro debut all over again. So it's exciting. I'm excited.
Now, we want to know that things change, boxers change, trainers change, the whole cycle changes in professional sports, as we all know. But we want to know now the mano de oro. That seems to be a new concept that you're bringing, because the hand is golden. Very mighty for you.
Oh, yeah, because you know what? I just, coming off this injury, it held so good. And I was coming out of the doctors, and my mother was telling me that, you know what, you got golden hands. Because, it held so good. I'm punching real fierce right now. So, we came up with that name, Mano de Oro, golden hands.
There it is.
For everybody remember that, you know what I mean? So, and it's a good catch, and I like it, and a lot of people love it. It's Shawn Estrada at Chamuco, but Mano Oro, the golden hands, so remember that.
That's right, El Chamuco, that was on your debut. We remember that very, very vividly. But Shawn, let's talk a little bit about your personal. You're celebrating just barely after, they said, a week later from your 25th birthday. Feliz cumpleaños, mijo.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Appreciate that. To know that you're gaining strength, you're gaining wisdom as you go through this professional cycle of boxing. It's not an easy sport.
It's not an easy sport. I mean, the business of it, it could be frustrating. It could be with happiness. It could be joyful at the same time. But it's like anything else. It always has to be a struggle to be worth something. So, I mean, I'm learning. 2009, I learned a lot how this business is, how to have control, and how to manage, how business is, and and health-wise too, how to take care of your body, how to stay in shape. And basically, all around, I learned a lot from from last year till now. So
it's, as I say, it's a growth period, and you learn from your mistakes if some happen, but you move on, you gather up your resources around you, and let's talk about the folks that are around you now, Shawn, that are helping you with the training, the day-to-day preparations as a professional boxer.
Well, I have a lot of good people. He can't be here today, Hector Aguilar. He's been a big part of helping me and my foundation, and we got Rodrigo Mosquero, my head coach, and Hector Aguilar is my conditioning coach, and I got Walter Sarnor. He's been helping me out. He's been there through roughing out, and you know what? The main thing, I got my mother, Cassandra Rossi. That's my mother, my pride and my joy, and I got my little daughter. All my family just been here supporting me, and the one and only, her name is Belle Belle. I'm not going to get into all that, but she's been there on my side, and no matter what. So I just want to say thank you to all of them, and for pushing me. I know, everybody has a rough time. Everybody falls, but a real man gets up and learns from it. So.
Absolutely. You pick up and you move on, and you can become more successful the more you fight and the more you have that confidence. And, here we are now looking at the promoter, Dan Goose and Tudor. They're still involved with you for your promotion.
Oh, yeah. They're doing an incredible job. They're moving me real good. I'm happy with them. And, my management, Donnie Morinini and Eric Soisnick, I mean, they've been there 100%. I mean, it's hard to deal with. It's hard to deal with them too sometimes, and it's hard to deal. It goes both ways. It's hard to deal with an athlete too, so it goes both ways. But we have a love and hate relationship, and it works out good. We're having good cards. It's going to be a lot of excitement this year, so I'm happy. They're happy. Everybody's.
We're going to be winding up our first segment with you, Shawn, but again, repeating some very important bits of information for you if you're watching and you want to continue to follow Shawn Estrada's career. www.ShawnEstradaBoxing, all 3 words together, .com. And then, as you heard Shawn talk about, in just a couple of weeks, April 24th, Citizens Alliance Bank in Ontario.
That's right.
The scene of the very first fight in Shawn's debut. He's going to be on the undercard for Chris Arreola and Thomas Adamek. That's, of course, the heavyweight fight that's going to be there for Chris. He's going to come back after the Klitschko situation.
Let's go, Chris.
He's had another fight, but Chris is going to be ready, and Shawn will be on that undercard. You also mentioned a good friend, Walter Sarno.
He's here with us today. He's present with us today.
And we're going to speak to him too, because he's been in your corner since day one, Shawn. Okay, and also mark on your calendar, if everything holds true now, we need to confirm it with Shawn, but very quickly, right after the April 24th, we understand now, May 8th.
Yeah, May 8th, I was supposed to be on the card in the Tachi Palace. It was a huge card. Hanford and Lemoore and Kings County 559. I thank you for being there, for supporting me. I know I'm not gonna fight, but I'm gonna be there still. I mean, my hand hasn't completely healed, and I hope you understand the crucial. I had to pull out on this fight, and I hope you can understand. And I just want to say a big thanks go out to you guys. I love you guys. You guys started me. Thank you very much.
Okay. We're going to take a quick pause here on EastLASportsScene.com, speaking with our very own Shawn Estrada as he prepares for his next combat, his next professional fight, and it's going to be April the 24th. And we'll get back into that fight and some other things with Shawn. Don't go away. You're watching EastLASportsScene.com.